friends, so after a pretty long gap, I'm here with a review of a pen which is a cult pen and probably one of the favorites amongst all of you. And I sort of share a different opinion on this, and but still, since this is my channel, so I generally have to put forth what I think about this particular model. I may have to face a bit of flack from the fans, but well, I have to live with it. So this pen is Lamy 2000. The pen comes in a simple box. You have Lamy embossed in silver on this, and this is a cardboard sleeve which again reveals a small light-weighted cardboard box, and you have Lamy embossed on the upper cover. Well, the pen is out. And why this is empty? Because this is a piston filler. You don't get a cartridge or a converter with it. So let us get this out. A flat top, flat bottom cigar shaped pen which is decently weighted, made up of macrolon, a kind of a fiber which is pretty tough. You can drop it, it survives, doesn't get scratched easily, matte finish, good to hold. Not my favorite. I'll tell you why. The pen has a well, you would know that this design has been incorporated even in the museums for the design as well as the aesthetics of this pen. So I'll just come to the basics of that. The glossy flat top finial, I happen to drop it, so you can see a bit of dent here which is not in the original design. Then you have a bit of gap, and then the cap. The clip of the pen has a small tapering, and it is brushed aluminum finished. This is spring loaded and very functional clip. Then you don't have anything to attribute this to Lamy. There is no branding, but then anyone who sees this clip and this pen and the material knows instantly that this is Lamy. A small step down at the bottom of the cap to the barrel, which tapers again as a cigar shape to a flat bottom, and you have this kind of a silver inlay within this, which is again a flat thing. You open this is a friction fit. It has a few spring loaded stubs here which help in gripping, and this is a very good friction fit pen. Then it reveals a brushed aluminum finished writing section which has vertically oriented brushings. You have these two spring loaded stubs here. You can just press them and see for that. And I've seen people getting them basically worn out or probably damaged, but then I think they suffer a lot and they still hold their ground. You have a hooded nib. This particular one is a medium width nib, and this is a 14 karat gold nib which has been platinum plated. And you have a breather hole here. The nib feed is pretty simplistic. You see a part of it there, and that's well just about that for the writing section. You have a small ink window. I've filled it so you won't be able to see. But where is the piston grip? Well, the pen has been manufactured with so much of detail that you don't even see where the barrel meets the piston grip. Here it is. See, I won't open it much because the pen has been filled with ink. So this is the piston grip, and the finish is immaculate. You just don't see it generally. Okay, so nothing much to discuss because the pen has been made in such a way that it's so pleasing to the eye, and very functional as regards the other attributes which have come. But I found the major problem with this pen, which sort of made me in a love-hate relation, because I want to use this but I can't, is that I can't actually have a grip on the writing section. This is very slippery for me. I tried almost everything in my what I could do, but I just can't get over the slippery grip of this pen. So the other thing which I wanted to do was to go a bit behind and hold the pen on the barrel part. I couldn't do that even because this being a hooded nib and being having a soft spot, I just really couldn't place it very well and have a good grip as well as uh, writing with the soft spot at the same time, because it's hooded and I can't just get to see the nib while I'm doing the job. So somebody suggested, why not place your grip on the stubs and have a idea about that. Well, I tried my level best. The plastic stubs aren't these sorry steel spring loaded stubs aren't oriented in a way which will help me place my grip across it. Because I have a tripod grip, this is how I usually hold. So even though I may feel this on one part, but the thumb doesn't glide across the other part. So with a single finger holding it on the side, not being able to really see the nib, I am not very comfortable holding this pen from above. And here it keeps on slipping. I tried everything. I washed my hands, maybe there was oil, maybe there was some smoothing because of liquid soap. I tried everything. I just can't hold it properly and it keeps on slipping. So that's where my fan following of this pen dipped, and it mostly lies there waiting for me to use, but I am generally not using it, which I don't like at all. I want to keep my pens being used and in rotation. This is one which lies most of the time stocked. Okay, one thing which I didn't discuss is that you can take out this writing section from the barrel. You can just open it up from here. This is generally not required, but if you have to flush your pen, probably you can do that from here. Once I happened to use the pen and it was skipping a lot, so all I did was to just open it. I'll do that. I don't think there's much of an issue in this. So here you see you can flush it. I did that and the pen started writing very well. I think there was a bit of vacuum in it which was preventing the ink flow, but it just wrote after that. So I'll compare it in size to another pen. Let me bring about a background of white. So this most of you would know is a Pilot Custom Heritage 912, a common belonging to many, and comparing in size to another flat topped Lamy 2000. Flat topped cigar shaped pen. The pen Lamy is a bit light weighted. They are comparable in weight. I think Lamy is a bit, yeah, they are comparable in weight, but the girth wise 912 is a better girth. So again, I'll come to the writing section and writing sample and see how things fare up again with me. So I'll try holding it the best possible way I can. And now since I'm writing right on the top of the pen, I'm able to see the nib and probably I'll identify the sweet spot pretty well. But the problem is when I'm writing it at an angle, I can't just see the nib. This is it's a gold nib, and is it a 18K? We'll figure it out later. I've inked it with one of my favorite inks. This is a Colorverse Andromeda, and I'll review this ink again in a different in a different video. The pen writes so smoothly and with such wetness that it's amazing. It's a piston filler pen. It's like nothing can go wrong with this. This is a cult pen. So the design, the aesthetics, the filling mechanism, the nib smoothness, and the wetness, everything is so spot on, except for me the grip. If I have to measure the wetness of the pen, I don't think it can get better than this. It's a very wet pen. You see, it lays down a very saturated line, and smoothness, well, buttery smooth. So the combination is wow, it's spot on. It's 100% combination. So if you get adjusted to the grip, this pen is one to really have in your collection. It's a very nice pen. I'll just see about the flex part. If you press pretty hard, you can get a bit of flexing, but probably the nib feed doesn't keep up with that. Reverse writing, no, don't try. This is really gives you goosebumps. It's very scratchy. So what else is there for me to discuss? Well, that's just about it. A brilliant pen, but not one of my favorites. There you have it. Brickbats or bouquet, it's entirely up to you. See you in next review. Bye.